Yeah, well, I have
It
the
ties
one
in.
that's one, the red and blue one that's kind of rectangular with the arch on top. Have that one
Yeah.
too. So
Well, this one fits into the
that's
circle nice.
all right. So whenever
Okay.
you're ready, we can get started.
Okay. 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 Hello, it's me, Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist, and we are getting ready for Gateway. And today I'm here with Thomas True, who is the organizer and originator of Gateway to Reason. Hello, Thomas.
Hey, Tom, what's new in Chicago?
Summer. It's getting to be very close to the end of July, even though it just started July 3rd. Um, and we're a
Yeah.
few weeks away from Gateway. As the weather
Yep.
warms up, we need someplace to get out of town, and St. Louis seems like a good place to go.
Yeah. And just remember the hotel here has two pools. So when you're not at the conference, you can go jump in a pool and chill out.
Nice. I may have to take the whole week there. So, Thomas, this is your second Gateway to Reason. The first one you pulled off flawlessly. It was unbelievable. That was your first attempt at creating a conference, and you kind of winged it because you. Well, tell us how you decided to do a conference in St. Louis.
It basically was inspired by several people. Main one being David Silverman from a conference I saw him at in Tulsa at Free OK 2013. Basically, that if you want to make a change, if there's not a group around you, then And so I contacted people, places, venues, um, other conference organizers and all that kind of stuff. So I got a lot of input from a lot of good people, and basically process and how I thought it should work the way I thought it should. Based pretty much on ticket sales and all that kind of good stuff. And luckily, people thought that was a good idea, and we had a nice conference, a 3-day event at Washington University, and a good time. So,
And you,
so
you had
the
a
go ahead.
you had a fantastic lineup there, and several of the people are going to be repeating their appearance with a bunch of new people. And one thing that I liked about the
Yep.
last one is that you had a more of a scientific tilt on it. You had some scientists, and you had oh, who was it?
Mr.
Mr. Wizard.
Wizard.
That was
Yep.
a
Yep.
great presentation that
Yeah.
he gave. That was a lot of fun. I wish my daughter had been there for that one.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that as atheists, rationalists, humanists, we emphasize how logical we are. I think it's important that we with science, even if it's like just basic like chemistry, physics, biology, etc. Geology. Keep those concepts fresh in our minds and not just rely upon. Yes, I heard this accurate information, but what was that information? So let's not. I tend to try to not make want atheists to be just relying upon what they heard somebody else say, like they do in church. I like to have a more input, discussion, and facts. You know, call. Have fun. That's one of the main things. You can have fun with science, guys. Matter of fact, Jake was the writer for MythBusters. So imagine going to high school science classes with a guy like that. Had explosions in the lab. He wrote in my high school yearbook. He's kind of an artist too. So I'll never be the same. With this little picture with a flask and things turned over. So I really think that having a good feel for science and physically and empirically very important time.
Well, you are having a great mix of not only about atheism, but secularism and social activism and science. And we have some
Right.
comedians, and we got some singers, and you're going to be doing some podcasts. You've got the full range of events going on. I mean, you put together something, and I gotta say, you're having it $50 as a pre-sale, which is a fantastic offer. And even if someone's only able to make it for one day, it's still well worth it because there's just so much packed in that you got going on.
Price is another thing that I'm trying to gear towards, is that people who can't normally attend conferences because of the costs associated with them can come to. It's important for people to come to support this so that they have input, benefit of all the work that me and all the other people, excuse me, that all the other people are involved, like you're helping out. And, we can see these, a little more regularly, but here in St. Louis reaches, like a 10, 12 state area.
You're very centrally located.
Right.
And a big cost of these kind of events is always the getting there and the staying there. And you've also helped with setting up on Facebook a ride share and room share program. So
right,
if the conference isn't cheap enough,
room share also has an option that you can coordinate with other parents or child or adults for taking care of children too. That's all done independently of the conference, but we set up this Facebook because we want kids involved too. Matter of fact, Camp Quest is a recent sponsor. So, and I was talking with, I believe her name's Anne, and I'm very sorry that I forget. I have a lot of people I've been talking to, so I apologize about that. But she's also looking at getting a group started here in St. Louis. So if there's some parents or help start the conference, you can talk with her and maybe get a Camp Quest here in the Gateway area. So, but yeah, children are definitely very important to this. And while, as far as I know, there's no material that is like appropriate for any age. It's probably like a PG at the best, at the highest rating. Some of it intellectually can be a little daunting, I guess. So I would say probably 4 is about the normal.
Now, not only do you have all of these speakers and entertainers, but you also have a VIP party you've got going on. And you mentioned that you're going to have a cosplay dress up as well as some other things.
Yeah, Friday is a special day because it's more relaxed and people are coming to the conference. So we're having a cosplay costume contest so people can come in, kind of get checked in or prepared, and then come out and kind of walk around. And we're going to have it set up to where people can vote for these people according to their costume. We'll probably assign numbers is how I'm thinking we're going to do that. If we're going to have categories or just a grand being whatever overall winner, probably we'll do like 3 different categories. Maybe one like science fiction, fantasy, and other, or something like that. That seems to be pretty reasonable. And then those categories will split whatever the and FFRF, Freedom from Religion Foundation, and Foundation Beyond Belief. So those half of the money split between them, so it'll be 20, and then the winner will get a portion out of that. So it'll help those 2 organizations. Plus, you have a chance to win some money yourself.
And you also have a raffle for a helicopter ride, which I'm excited about.
Yeah. The raffle will get you, if you win, it'll be 6 winners, 2 at a time, with one of the speakers, and those are still yet to be determined. A lot of them want to go, so I'm probably need to have some sort of selection for them. It's going to be Saturday morning, so it's going to be before the conference starts because the cooler weather makes it easier for so that's one thing you have to keep in mind. You're going to be getting up early Saturday morning, taking a flight. I believe it's at 6:30. So yeah, it's going to be first light. The tour from the conference out in it's in western St. Louis County in Sunset Hills. Then we're going to go around gardens, the brewery, Anheuser-Busch breweries, the Arch, Busch Stadium, City Museum, Forest Park, um, University, and just the entire area. And if not just for sightseeing, just taking a helicopter ride is pretty awesome too. And that's like $165 value by itself.
Yeah, it's one of the things on my bucket list to take in a helicopter ride. So I'm definitely gonna buy a ticket for that. And St. Louis is a great town. I mean, not only do you have the Arch, I'm looking forward to going to Six Flags down there. So I mean, not just the conference. There's enough there to spend a week there. So
yeah, and just around the area where the conference is being held, they have the Magic House, which is like a children's interactive science museum. It's less than a mile away. Grants Farm, which is the Anheuser-Busch old home area in South County. They have all sorts of animals, free beer, all sorts of like carriages and the turn of the last century. See, Clydesdale's in the farm across the street from Grant's Farm, so you can see real live Clydesdales.
Cool. Well, Thomas, I know you've put this together and you've collected all these people, and you've got like 30 so far. They're going to be either speaking or entertaining in some way.
It's a little over. Yeah, I think it's a little over 30 with the panels and things like that.
Yeah, the panels is another thing you've got going on. So this is going to be a jam-packed weekend. So there's going to be something for everybody. But since you put this together, this might be a difficult question for you. But what are you most looking forward to?
Well, what am I most looking forward to? Well, I think for sure people have a good time. People here in St. Louis, in the Midwest, who can come together, be themselves, to get maybe I've heard that term used a few times. Belonging, not have to feel weird about sneezes, some say bless you or something like that. I mean, the pervasiveness of religion throughout the entire society, of us who have chosen or have come to the realization that reality is how the universe works, sort of feel like outsiders. I mean, it's believable that when you understand that reality is how reality works, instead of
it seems counterintuitive.
Yeah, if you want to have a conversation with some imaginary voodoo man, hey, that's you're totally rational. I mean, but if you think, well, we just have to do the best we can for each other while we're here, because so no, that doesn't make any sense.
I know, and I get that a lot.
Yeah, and the most frustrating is they claim faith is absolute evidence, or their presuppositionalists who think that, well, everything is wrong except for what we say, and our statement is the only one. Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that.
Once they take away the ability to discuss a premise, I can't talk with those people. I just, okay, well, we're done. Bye.
Well, here we will certainly have a lot of like-minded people, and also a lot of different perspectives in life, because there's only one thing that makes an atheist, and we're all very, very different. We all have very, very different perspectives. and there should be a very diverse crowd, a lot of interesting discussions on many topics, because that's what makes
Right.
life interesting.
Yeah, everything from music to comedy to fair to abortions, education, you name it. We're going to just have a good time, good range of speakers there.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. It's only a little over 3 weeks away, July 28th through 30th. It's going to come on quick. So you get tickets and make travel plans. But it's nice that nice to have this kind of opportunity and event to go to.
Be sure to check out hotel options at the website gatewaytoreason.com. We have special offers for packages, 1 and 2 person packages, and if you want to get your room individually, you can do that as well. So that can help you coordinate your time. Plus, if for you, there are other hotels very close by, so you can always check into those independently. We're right off I-44, which is the Route 66. Literally, the road out front of the hotel is old Route 66. Plus, you can even take Amtrak. Amtrak is about a half mile away from here. So if you are inclined to take the train, hey, hop on it.
There's lots of ways to get there. It'd be a nice city, nice time. Well, Thomas, thank you very much for spending this time with me to discuss Gateway to Reason, because we're getting ready for Gateway very quickly, and I can't wait to be there. So,
all right, thank you.
I'm Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist, and we'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye. I think that one sounded much better.
All right. Do you want to check it first?
Well, I can't until it uploads, but I can tell just from listening, because last time it kept cutting out, and I was never sure what Google picks up versus what I pick up.
There were a couple places that I thought I heard drop out, but generally, I mean, I heard everything pretty well. So
yeah, it was much better. The last time it was pretty bad.